I was thinking instead of doing a photo of someone or doing an AI thing, I would like to have a fashion illustrator from all over the world do a fashion sketch of a man and a woman adorned in their cultural attire, because culture in itself is beautiful art form. When you're talking about the geisha community, for example, a lot of the artwork and craftsmanship for that is story driven and would be very beautiful to see it again. Thinking like the cloud, it's up on the blockchain, you can't take it down. And it was very heartbreaking for me to come to the realization, thanks to a Twitter space, that 1 to 2 languages every day die out. And when you're thinking about that, it's like a language dying out. I would have never thought about that, because here I am speaking English. You would never think that English would go away. So then I was also thinking about myself. I'm first generation Panamanian American. I don't look like it by any means, but I am Hispanic. I am conversationally fluent in Spanish. However, if I don't use it, I lose it. And so I was like, oh shit, that's me. If anything, it ends at me in my family generation, anyways.
You like need intentionality in protecting the culture in a sense.
So I could be selfish and focus only on the Panamanian culture, but I wanted to do more than that. I find it more beautiful to wanting to represent everyone. So, as I mentioned, I have an artist who's doing commission work for me right now for Cardano Women, and they're doing 7 sketches to represent each continent. And over time, I would like to hire an artist because, one, it's giving them a job, and two, giving them exposure to the blockchain, and their community will join the blockchain as well from that, as and people will recognize, they are represented as well. And so having an artist from all over the world to represent each culture respectfully, I think would be something really beautiful. And I said men and women, I would like to start with a collection of women and then have a small collection that would be to represent the mom to bees, because we're looking at Web3. I saw the other day, it was like, where are my Web3 mamas at? There's a ton of moms in the ecosystem. They do a lot. They do the cooking, the cleaning, the working, and childbearing, everything. And they don't have an opportunity to do the trading stuff. If anything, they're, assisting to have their partner do all the trading work for them. So I want to have a small collection that's dedicated to them, because similar to everything else, you've got different cultures that celebrate the mom to bees in their own way, and that will give birth to the collection of men. And so this NFT collection is going to be a lifelong endeavor. I every day come to more and more terms of what pill did I swallow and what have I gotten myself into, because it's a lot of work. However,
Oh, I so relate to that. Oh my God. Yeah.
it's overwhelming, but it's also really beautiful in the way that, funny enough, when I came into the ecosystem, I came in for my bags. Absolutely, I came for my bags.
I think we all did. There's nothing wrong with that.
And truly, we did stay for the community. But more than that, I am here with this purpose. And I think a lot of people after COVID are finding their purpose again, because I think that's one thing that COVID really awoken in us. I mean, we see a lot of things that's really wrong in this world, but at the same time, how many people have been empowered to quit their jobs and start doing something that they actually want to do? Or,
At least move in the direction,
yeah,
like, of creating momentum and progress for
yeah.
sure.
And I think that that was beautiful. And so when you take that to another level, like turn up the volume, put that into Web3, that's what it provided to me. It provided me with purpose. And I also am fairly aware that the project isn't going to be something that's going to be a multi-million-dollar, pudgy penguin hyped up sort of thing, but I think that it's something that's beautiful. And how do I want to tie that in together with onboarding and everything? Been working on some education things, so that way, I don't know if you've seen a program called like SheFi. I mean, everyone has some sort of onboarding education of what is Cardano, what is blockchain, those kind of things. But how do you pair it with an NFT collection? How do you pair it with that? So I love having watched and learned and made mistakes throughout my entire time of 4 years in the ecosystem. I don't want to do a 10K collection. I'd rather have an open edition for the 7 women, open every quarter. And every quarter, that'll be the end of the education program. That will also teach everyone how to mint or things like that. And then these 7 women, these tokens essentially would grant access to future collections and future